Taking the trash
with Ishway
and Yibing. Today we're diving into episode 9 of Singles Inferno season 2. Oh, I'm so
Me
excited!
too. I just finished watching it this morning, and it's just gonna be episode 9 because I didn't have time to watch episode 10, and there's so much to talk about.
There is so much. So the last time we left off was the brutal men's game in the pit, and Jong Woo ended up getting second place.
God bless
so
him.
He can finally take Seul Ki to paradise.
We all knew this was gonna happen. I mean, not that he would win, but like, you know, that who he would choose.
The fact that he lasted so long, I was really proud of him.
Yeah. And let's talk about what happened right after.
Oh my god, it's hilarious.
Do you know what I'm gonna say?
I remember. Okay, tell me.
So, the guys are walking, the girls are walking over, and the girls are like to Seul Ki, hey, why don't you go congratulate him? And she goes, I don't want to. I just want to take my words seriously. And I was like, oh, snap.
So she said, I want to choose my words wisely.
Okay.
Which means, like, one, she doesn't want to congratulate him because he might misconstrue it and think that she really likes him or something. And I don't think she wants to give off that impression. So she didn't want to go congratulate him right away. Mm-hmm. And then she said she wanted to choose her words wisely again, saying that she doesn't want to give him mixed signals.
Yeah, I think she was secretly hoping that for some reason Jong Woo wouldn't choose her. And she would...
No way.
I know, but I think there was like a little bit of hope. So maybe that's why.
She knew that he was going to choose her.
Everyone knew.
He was battling for her this entire time.
Yeah.
The only reason he stuck it out for so long is because he wanted to choose her.
No, definitely. And then in the... when the girls were having their little talk, the girls were saying to Seul Ki, like, oh, you must have a lot on your mind. And she was like, no. And I love Nadine because she was like, what do you mean, no? Just admit it. Keeping it real.
Of course you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah.
It was also really funny. I don't know who said this because all of the girls were walking into the tent. But someone said, oh, it felt like I competed instead. I competed with my heart and it was so intense. Girl, you guys were just watching. None of you did anything, okay?
I feel like nobody really liked the game.
No.
Because it was horrible. They need to stop with that.
It was. I agree.
And then I also loved that Nadine was doing the Rubik's Cube. I mean, I don't know if she was really doing it, but I just loved, she was like fidgeting with it because she was so nervous.
Yeah.
And then when she was like talking with Zoe outside, she was like shaking her leg because she was so nervous. And I thought that was really cute.
And it's Jong Woo's cube.
Oh my god, it is?
I think so. Because
remember,
he was the one who was like, hey, want to play cubes with me? Oh. So it's either his cube or it's her cube and they've played together.
Okay,
with the same
that's
cube.
what they meant by playing cubes?
Yes,
I thought it was just
Rubik's
a game
cube.
I didn't know.
No, I think they mean Rubik's Cube.
How do you play Rubik's Cube with someone?
Maybe they both brought their own.
That's so cute. Oh my god.
And then in the tent, Seul Ki was saying, because everyone else was complimenting Jong Woo and they're like, oh my gosh, he got second.
Yeah.
Seul Ki was the first person who complimented Jin Young.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, but Jin Young was so strategic.
Yeah.
You know? And like everybody else was complimenting Jong Woo and she's like, oh, but Jin Young.
I know. Her eyes were so earnest when she said that.
And then Nadine was talking to Zoe, and the camera panned to her. She was just zoning out.
I know. She was like not listening to anything Zoe said. Like you knew she had a lot on her mind.
Yeah, she was like, "Is Jin Young gonna pick me?"
Yeah. Oh, in the tent, she kept saying like, "I don't think Jin will pick me because I haven't expressed myself that much to him." And I was like, I feel like you have.
I think you have.
You're like very expressive.
And he said that, hey, I'm interested in you.
I'm curious
about you.
Yeah. Okay, I also wrote that I love Jin Young with glasses. I think,
He does look really good with glasses.
Yeah, they're really good.
All of these guys look very good with glasses.
I know! And then also, I think, so Seul Ki and Jin Young went to go for a talk. And then, of course, Jong Woo was like spying over. Did you see that?
Oh my god.
Poor guy. I felt so bad for him.
I know. Like, he was just about to walk over, maybe to talk to Seul Ki, and then she saw that they went off to do their own thing.
I know. And during that talk, I mean, Seul Ki and Jin, like, paid so many compliments to Jin Young, being like, I thought you did really well. And Jin Young was like, I wish I came in second, implying that, like, he would have picked her, basically. And then they had a, a discussion about the word impact.
Oh my gosh, Seul Ki was so salty when she heard the word impact. She was like, "Oh, you've talked about impact so many times. You've had an impact with me, with another girl, with a third girl."
And he's like, "Yeah,
that's true. A different impact, but yeah."
And he did say that he chose someone. Wait, I don't think this was in that conversation, but he said he would chose someone he was curious about.
So basically, Seul Ki asked Jin Young, "Who are you going to pick? Because depending on what you say, that might reassure me some more when I go to paradise."
Well, she said it will reassure me.
Yeah. And do you know what this guy said? He says, "I'm going to pick someone I'm curious about."
Oh, that's why
that
I wrote it
doesn't
down.
reassure her at all.
That was so funny.
And it was hilarious because I think
it.
she was really looking for him to say, "I'm going to pick someone that I'm not interested in."
Yeah.
Just like a friendship type date.
Yeah.
And he comes out and says, "I'm picking someone I'm curious about."
And I think he said that he's interested in 2 people.
He did afterwards, yeah. But like this girl was clearly asking you to reassure her.
No, but that's what makes him so great. Because you know, if he was like Jong Woo, Seul Ki wouldn't like him as much.
No, that's true.
So, just part of his charm, like the commentators say. Should we talk about the couples? I took notes like on individual couples, so we could go one by one.
Okay, which one do you want to talk about first?
We can do Yeonjae and Seung.
Okay. They are the most stable couple.
They're so cute. They look so good together. They literally look like they're on their honeymoon. They're all wearing white. And the way they look at each other, I'm like, oh, so cute.
It's adorable. And they went back to their very first paradise location, which is very meaningful. They've come back for a second time, but now they're in a different stage of their relationship.
I know. Oh my god. And they had like a talk on the sunset when the sunset was going down, and the sunlight was like beautiful, and they were talking, and Seun said, I you know, the girls were asking me what I wanted out of this Inferno experience, and I told them I want to be happy with someone just by looking at them. And he was like, "Is that how you feel with me?" And she was like, "Why do you think I told you?"
That was so obvious. He just had to hear her say it.
I know, it was so cute.
It was really cute. And then it was really funny. They were like afterwards at nighttime, they were eating fruit.
Oh, that was so
and
cute.
And Yoonjae was like, "Pretty people tend to like fruit." And I was like, what the heck is this statement?
Oh my god. And she was like, "I really like fruit."
Yeah, and then so he's like, "You're pretty." And he's like, "I like fruit too."
And she's like, "Well, you're pretty too."
Real? Oh my
They're so
gosh.
cute together.
And then, I don't know if you noticed, but she was wearing Yoonjae's glasses.
Yes! I was like, wait, does she have glasses? And then I realized they were his when she put them back on him.
Because I saw it and I was like, that looks like Yoonjae's glasses.
Yeah.
I don't remember her having this type of glasses.
She's always wearing his stuff, which I love.
Yeah.
Like, always. Like, the shirt and the tent.
It's like they're already in a relationship.
They really are. Like, oh, they're so cute together. And they stayed up all the way until sunrise talking.
They only got like an hour of sleep.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
They didn't want to stop talking. It reminded me of the first time they went to paradise together.
Yeah, because they also stayed up really late talking.
Yeah. It's amazing that they still have so much to talk about, even though they stayed up so long the first time.
Yeah.
And now they're gone back a second time, but they still have hours of talking left in them.
I really hope they, like, are still a couple.
I hope so too.
I hope they get married, actually. Like soon. It can happen.
It can.
Yeah.
I think they're very well matched.
They are. Okay, so next we can talk about, let's talk about Jin Young and Nadine.
Ooh, okay. So Nadine was so surprised when she got picked.
I know, I don't know why.
She said that she hadn't talked to him that day at all. So I guess she wasn't expecting it, but I think everybody else was expecting it.
Yeah, like all the girls pretty much said.
Yeah. Minsu said it's going to be Nadine. I think Sejong also said it was going to be Nadine.
Yeah.
Nadine was the only person who didn't think it was going to be her.
I did kind of hope that he would pick Sejong just a little bit because she hasn't gone.
I thought it was between Nadine and Sejong, but
Yeah.
when he said to Seul Ki that he was going to pick someone he was curious about, I knew it was going to be Nadine.
Yeah, because he said that he's curious about Nadine before, so.
Exactly.
But Nadine said she didn't even pack all of her stuff because she was not expecting it. I was like, just pack your stuff just in case. But then when they got there, they had like such a fancy table. It was like so long. I was like, this is the fanciest like setup I've seen.
Yeah. They just walked, they like opened the door.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was like a feast. And then, so Jin Young asks Nadine at one point, like, so, who do you think did the best, like, in the competition? And she goes, you. And
So
he's
honest.
like, even though I didn't win, she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I just love how honest and earnest she is, you know?
It was also really funny when she came out and they were walking up the stairs. He asked, do you need your help with your bags? And she's like, nope, I can carry it myself.
Yeah. I remember that too. I was like, whoa, he's offering now.
I know.
I
guess
he's
he
more
learned.
comfortable. But then, okay, so then they go over their ages and their jobs, which we already knew. But obviously they didn't know that. And before they revealed it, though, Nadine literally guessed that he was a YouTuber.
I was surprised.
She is so smart. How did she know?
I don't know. I didn't think that Jin Young gave off the vibe of being a YouTuber, so I was really surprised when she said that.
But maybe she watched season 1, and I feel like season 1, they had a lot of those types of jobs.
They did.
So I think maybe she thought that about him, but she was still shocked that, like, he really was a YouTuber. Because I think it was just a guess. Like, she probably didn't think he was a model or something. So she was like, oh, he could be a YouTuber. Yeah. And I think she was younger than what Jin Young had expected her to be.
I think so too, because I think he expected her to be more established in her career, because he mentioned previously that he thought she was really serious about her career.
Yeah, which she is.
She's just not at the stage where she's very into her career yet, but she's serious
it's like
about her potential career.
Right. So Jin Young says that he wants to go to the US to make more gun content because he's really into guns. And I guess there's restrictions in Korea, but
Makes
obviously
sense.
in the US it's not a thing. And so it turns out that like Nadine not only knows what the UDT is, but like was also in the ROTC, which is kind of related to the army. I don't really know the details.
I was shocked that she was in ROTC for a year.
I'm not that shocked because I feel like you have to be pretty like intense and regimented, and I feel like she is that.
I can see that she would thrive in that situation.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
And I love that she said, so I wore a uniform too. I was like, oh well. I was surprised that she said that she's also very into the military and guns.
They knew the same type of guns. Like when she started lifting off different types of guns, I was like, wow.
I know.
You really know your thing.
Oh my god. And I like how she was like, I'm quite good.
Yes. I like the confidence.
Yeah, that was
And
really
they have
cute.
something in common. They can practice shooting together.
Yeah. And he did say like, I plan to go to the US to do more shooting thing. And she was like, you should visit Boston. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was really cute. And I think her age being young did not deter Jin Young. Like he was like, oh, I don't really mind. That's what he said at the beginning anyways.
Yeah, because she mentioned that, oh, we have a 5-year difference.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't think age is that big of a deal.
Yeah, and he did say, like, I think I find you cuter now.
Yeah, she is really cute. And
She
she's
is.
the one who's like, oh, I don't think I'm that cute. But she's really cute.
She's like, I don't do anything cute. And he's like, you don't have to do anything.
Exactly. She
Which
doesn't
is
need
so
to
true.
do anything to be cute. She just is cute.
Right. I think she was like, I don't do any, like, I don't try to be cute. And it's like, that's what makes you cute.
Exactly. That was adorable.
I know. And then, one more thing. So when she revealed her pre-med plans, he goes, I can't imagine you as a doctor, which I loved.
I saw that. I heard that too.
I thought that was so funny.
To be fair, if you're on this show and, most people are a model or a YouTuber, at least in the first season, it's hard to imagine somebody has an aspiration to become a doctor.
Okay, let's see what else. Okay, so then they go, Jin Young, oh my god, is like, I'm really into motorcycles. And then Nadine's like, oh, me too.
What?
I'm really into vehicles, like cars and motorcycles.
She just likes everything that he likes. They have so much in common.
But I low-key got pick me girl vibes when this started happening.
A little bit, because
Yeah.
I don't think she ever disagreed with
I
any
know.
of his interests. Because they talked a lot about his interests, but I don't think they talked enough about her interests.
Yes, that's how I feel.
Because, besides her being pre-med and wanting to go to medical school, her interests all aligned up with Jin Young's, but Jin Young said his interests first. So I wanted to know what she liked to do, what her hobbies were, besides the motorcycles and the guns and military.
I know. I just was like, I feel like you have more interesting things.
Exactly. I think she does too.
Yeah.
But she wanted to highlight the things she had in common with Jin Young.
I know, but I didn't love that part, honestly.
Also, I do think that motorcycles are dangerous.
They're so dangerous, and you're studying neuroscience, okay? That's why she was like, I can't have a motorcycle. I was like, yeah, you can't.
You can't. It's so dangerous.
It's brain damage. Immediately. He's gonna die. Well, you know, people with motorcycles, they say it's not a matter of when you get in an accident, but how. And so, like, it's really important. I don't know why I know this, but if you have a motorcycle, you have to know how to fall safely.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
That's like the most important part. I don't have a motorcycle. I'm against them. I'm not like Nadine.
And then Jin Young was asking her, you know, will you be able to juggle dating and studies at the same time? Because he's really thinking ahead here, which is surprising to me, about how to actually make this relationship work in the real world.
But he's very serious. Like, I didn't find it that surprising.
Yeah, because I think... Yeah. I didn't think it was surprising that he thought about that. He's more of a realist.
Yeah, definitely. Like, practical. Yeah, so he was very dubious. And in that scene, it seemed like he was like, this isn't going to work out. Like, how's this going to work out? Yeah. You have so many steps ahead of you. You're not going to have any time to see me. And then Nadine says, I may not be able to spend a lot of time with that person, but the time I do spend, I think will be more meaningful. And then there was no response from Jin Young. It was so awkward.
Yeah, I think the beginning of their time in paradise was really high energy. Yes. They vibed off of each other with their similar interests. And then as soon as he mentioned, how is this realistically going to work when you have a lot of studies ahead of you and juggling relationship, he just knew it wasn't going to work between them. And the energy got so low. They had a lot of awkward pauses where they were just sitting there and thinking about it.
And I never thought they would. Like, yeah. Their chemistry was almost like not there, and I was like, at the end, I was like, I want him to be with Seul Ki instead, actually.
And the thing is, I think he's completely right, because my first question when I saw Nadine on this show is, girl, you're a junior at Harvard and you're pre-med, and you're gonna go into medical school right after college. Yeah. How is this realistically gonna work with anybody on this show? And the answer is no.
Okay, but that being said, there are people in long distance relationships, like from med school.
But like across continents though.
But is there that much of a difference cross continent to within the continent? That's like an 8-hour difference.
Well, at least there's a huge time difference, because if the time difference is only 3 hours at the most from coast to coast, but then you compare it with from the US to Korea, where there's a much bigger time difference.
It's 12
You're
hours.
awake, but the other person is going to sleep. I just don't think how that could realistically work out.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it could, but it's very rare.
Very rare.
Very rare. Okay, there are some more things that I had. So, for example, before this depressing conversation, Jin Young was like, what's like a most memorable moment you've had here? And she literally thinks about it and then closes her eyes.
This moment.
It was so cute. It was so cute. And then, but then also Nadine asked him, like, the person you wanted to go to, like, to paradise was already chosen, right? You can be honest. And I thought he gave a good answer.
He was honest, yeah. It was between two people. It was her and Seul Ki. He didn't name Seul Ki, but she knew who it was.
Everyone knows who it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's also interesting because Jin Young ended up saying that he is now drawn to people that are usually not his type.
I know. What did he mean?
So we know from the beginning when he was first introduced that he makes a split decision within the first couple of seconds based on sparks. And he already made that decision. Yeah, basically looks. And remember, he chose Seul Ki because of her looks.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, he also chose Seul because she was cheerful. But really, the first 3-second rule for him was Seul Ki.
Yeah, for sure.
And when he said this statement, it basically means, oh, I'm actually kind of interested in Nadine, who is not somebody that is usually my type.
That's what I thought, but I was so confused because he said that right after this whole thing about, like, how are you going to juggle studying and having a boyfriend in Korea? That's why I was like, this is such weird timing. Like, it doesn't go with... And then I was like, is he thinking about someone else besides Nadine and Seul Ki?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just between those two.
Yeah.
And I think, one, he has realistic questions and concerns about where this relationship is going to go. But at the same time, he's surprised that he's even interested in Nadine.
Yeah.
Because that's not usually his type.
Okay, I agree with that. And I think at the end of the day, he's definitely still going to choose Seul Ki.
I agree.
Because Nadine and his chemistry just was not really
It
there.
was not as good as Seul Ki.
And it was not as good as it could have been. Like, I feel like they had more sparks talking in Inferno than they did in Paradise.
Yeah.
And I think part of that was dampened by, like, him thinking about the real world and also not really asking her that many questions besides,
they weren't as playful.
Yeah. I thought they would be laughing more, and instead it was more, like, awkward.
Yeah, like they weren't as, like,
I know.
as flirty
Yeah,
as Seul Ki and
I
Jin
agree.
Young.
Ugh, so sad. Anyways,
the last couple. Jong Woo and Seul Ki, no surprise. What did you think about them?
Okay. Overall, spoiler alert, I love them.
Ooh!
And yeah, I was like very pleasantly surprised. I liked Seul Ki more after the date, and Jong Woo is the same. I mean, I never like loved him or hated him. I thought he was very funny, and I still like him the same amount. But let's go over their dates step by step.
Okay, so basically Seul Ki opens the door to everything. She's like, look at this, look at this place that I've been to 500 times and you've never been.
I know. And
I'll show you my home.
Every single time he goes,
wow. You mean we can order all of this?
And he goes, should we play hide and seek? And she's like, yeah, if you want to.
I think they're at the same place that she went with Jin Young.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I recognize the bedroom.
I don't remember it. But I thought Seul Ki was so sweet to everything, like, because he was so excited, and she would be like, yeah, we can totally do that. Like, anything he said. She's like, yeah, you can order whatever you want. Let's order some more.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's like, did I order too much? And she's like, no, order more.
Oh, yeah, and he was like, I don't know how to order room service, you know? I thought that was really cute, too.
That was cute.
And then they fed each other steak pieces, which was so sweet.
She kept putting food on her plate.
Yes.
That was adorable.
That was so, and she's like, no, I'm full now.
Yeah, and then she like gave him some pieces back.
Which was cute, too. I really liked them. And then, oh my God, finding out his job.
What did you think?
His age, I guess I would have thought he was like 27 maybe, but 25 is not that far off.
No, I thought he was 26, 27, so he's a little younger than I thought.
Yeah, so he's the same age as Seul Ki. And then his job, I did not predict at all. And I love it. And I think Seul Ki also loved him so much more after she found out his job.
I agree.
And okay, so what he does is he owns this cafe called Super Sweet Corn Cafe in Korea, and Seul Ki has been there. And I'm pretty sure it seemed like she'd recognized him, like
from
in
Instagram.
person, from Instagram, and maybe she thought he was cute or something because she mentioned it to someone else later, being like, "I've met him before" with the girls. Like after she got
when
back.
she came back, she's like, "I actually met him before. Like I know him."
So I wonder if she's met him in person too and thought he was cute. Either way, it seemed like she's seen him on Instagram and like it made enough of an impact.
I think it's possible
it.
that she went to this cafe specifically for the sweet corn coffee.
Yes.
And he might have been one of the baristas who served her and she thought he was cute.
Yes, because there's no way you would remember someone from a random Instagram account who you didn't think was cute.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think after she realized that, like, you could see her eyes, like, sparkled, and she was so excited. So I thought that was really, really cute. And I like that job for him. Like, he said he used to want to be a soccer player, and he has some regrets about not going professionally into soccer. And then Seul Ki said, you know, I think you should look at it as a new challenge instead of it as you giving up.
I love that. So good. That was really sweet.
I was like, you're so wise.
It was so encouraging.
I know.
And that's exactly what he needed to hear at that time.
Yeah,
because he was so in awe of Seul Ki, but Seul Ki is just as in awe of him. You know what I mean?
I know, because it's like, and apparently this like cafe is like famous.
Yeah.
Which is like amazing.
If I ever go to Korea, I
we
really
have to
want to go to the cafe.
I've never heard of like sweet corn, like coffee.
Me neither. I've had corn tea, but not coffee before.
Oh my God, I just bought barley tea. Have you had barley tea? Mm-mm. It's so good. And then also at the Asian store, my friend picked up corn ice cream. Sweet corn ice cream is a thing. I know, I haven't
We'll have
had
to
it.
go try it.
Yeah, we'll have to go try it. But I was like, is Korn, like, you know, the new Korn guy? Anyways.
And then he also noticed after she said that she plays piano that, oh, is that why you don't have your nails done?
He's so
and I was
observant.
like, that's so true. I think literally probably all the other girls have their nails done.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if you are a piano player, you cannot have long nails because it's going to click clack on the piano.
Yeah. And it was so cute how he was like, oh, your fingers are like puppy paws. And he was like feeling them. It was so cute.
It was cute.
I really like their interactions.
Oh my gosh. And my man, Jong Woo, he stole the Polaroid camera.
Oh my god.
I forgot the film.
Because, to be fair, it's like you don't know that it's gonna go out of film. It just like goes out.
I guess so, but it
it
was
was
just so funny.
funny.
They took a picture and they're like, "Oh, where's the picture?" And Seulki's like, "Is there a film in there?" And they open it and there's no film.
He's so like clueless.
Oh, Jong Woo, of
It's
course.
really funny. Oh my god! But then, okay, so Seul Ki invited him to her graduation performance, and he was like, "Oh my god, yeah, I'll bring you and your friend like corn
the
coffee."
and like a food truck and stuff.
And she was like, "And a food truck," and she was like, "Oh my god!" She was so excited about that.
"That would be so fun."
And she said, "It feels fun and amazing all of a sudden."
yeah, oh.
I was really happy for
They
her.
also both went into the pool together.
Yes.
Because if you know the progression of Seul Ki with a bunch of other guys, with Dong Woo, she did not want to go to the pool with him.
Although she was wearing like a full tennis outfit.
Still, it was cute.
Yeah.
Whereas with Jin Young, she really had to be kind of convinced, even though she ended up going in there herself and deciding that. But with Jong Woo, I think she feels that because she's been to Paradise so many times, she needs to show him all the ropes.
Yeah.
So I feel like she was really the one leading him and being like, okay, let's go to the pool.
Yeah. It was really cool.
And I did like her outfit.
I liked it too. Okay, so some other things in their conversation, Jong Woo literally said that he would have cried if he was alone on Inferno.
Oh, poor guy. I believe that.
Oh,
he
for
absolutely
sure.
would have
I'm
cried.
shocked he hasn't cried already.
I think he did.
Okay, well, I don't remember it.
He also asked Seul Ki, have you made your decision? Who are you going to choose? Basically.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
And what she said was actually surprising. Because she said, I thought I had my mind made up. Mm-hmm. Which is insinuating that she was going to pick Jin Young.
Yeah.
And then she said, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. She also said this, I never imagined my heart would flutter and sway here. But I still think she's going to pick Jin Young. But anyways.
I think so too.
But still, it was really cute. And then he said he was mentally preparing himself not to get chosen, which I think is very wise.
It is very wise.
He's a realist.
I think he should expect that.
Yeah, I agree. Did you have anything else on them?
But when he said that, I was so sad for him. I was like, oh, poor guy. And I feel like Seul Ki was also feeling bad for him.
Yeah, because he's such a good guy.
Yeah, and she just told him that he should follow his heart regardless.
Yeah.
Which I agree
advice.
with.
You can't really hate on that advice.
No, exactly.
Oh, God. Anything else for them?
No, but I thought they were actually really cute together.
I know.
And Seul Ki said that she feels really comfortable with him.
Yes.
And that she talked the most, basically, on this Paradise date.
I think she does feel really comfortable around him because they do talk the most. Mm-hmm. And I think she does like showing him around and like being that figure, you know?
Yeah,
she enjoys that.
Exactly.
She's more of a leader.
Because before with Dong Woo, he was the one who was pestering her with questions. And was like, hey, do you drink? And was disappointed when she didn't drink. And then was like, oh, do you want to go to the pool? And she's like, oh, I don't know. Whereas this time she's like, let's do this.
She had a good time for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The pressure was off. They were comfortable with each other. They're the same age. And they're both born in the year of the tiger, which is kind of cool.
So cute. Yeah, she was like, yeah, that's why I feel so comfortable calling you like casually. Because you're the same age as me. Some other notes I had randomly that we didn't talk about yet. I didn't think Jin Young looked that excited when he said Nadine's name. And then I also wrote, did he pick her for English practice?
I don't think so.
No,
I think
truly
she was his second choice.
No, and he was really curious about what she did and all that. But it was just funny because, you know, whenever they see each other, they like speak a little English. So
He'll just speak random phrases.
I love it. It's so funny. I wish they did more of it.
I also want to talk about Seul and Sejun.
Oh my god,
Yeah, I have a lot of notes.
Oh my
on
god.
them.
Okay, yeah, before we get there, I also made a note that Sejong looks so sad when she wasn't chosen. Even though I think she knew she wasn't get chosen, but there's still a little bit of hope that maybe she would get chosen.
Yeah.
And I just thought she looked so sad the whole time. Like, even on Inferno.
She's the only one who hasn't been chosen for Paradise.
It's so unfair.
Because now even Jong Woo has gone.
I know, it's so sad.
Yeah. There's just no one there for her.
Yeah, but in the real world.
There's going to be tons of guys.
Good. Okay.
So, Seul and Sejun. Oh my gosh, they're really cute
They're
together.
so cute. They're like one of my favorite couples now.
Me too. So during the day, before everybody had to pick their partner, Sejun went over to Seul and he's like, "You've been acting cold since coming back from Paradise." And then he's like, "Oh, I'm just joking."
He's so cute.
He's adorable.
I love him.
And he said, "I hope you don't go this time. It'd be more fun if you don't go." And basically, I bring all the fun.
He literally says, "I bring all the fun."
Yeah, you'd have a lot of fun in Inferno.
Oh my god, they're so cute. And then when they got chicken. I guess they get meat on Inferno sometimes now. And Zoe was cutting it up. And Sejun was like looking so closely at her and was like, "Do you need, like, you know, just making sure she was doing it right." And then he took over. And I thought that was really cute. Jong Woo was also watching, and I was like, "What are you doing?" She was cutting
the potatoes.
Oh, potato?
And it was hilarious because Sejun and Jong Woo were just engrossed with how she was cutting it. I guess she wasn't doing it very well.
Maybe. Well, I thought Sejun was doing it because he likes her, but I was like, why is Jong Woo looking at this? He just stood there not doing anything.
I think what I noticed with Jong Woo is that he's very protective of people. So he was protective of Nadine and Seul Ki.
Oh, yeah.
And so he might have felt the same way in this situation,
sense.
Even though he wasn't romantically interested in Seul.
Yeah.
I think he was concerned about her cutting her finger off.
Okay, fair. Fair.
And he's a doctor too.
And he's the only doctor there, so like...
Exactly. Because I think it was pretty dangerous the way she was cutting
it. I didn't notice. Was it like Kendall Jenner's like cucumber cutting?
Oh no, I don't think it was that bad. But you know, it's like a potato with a round surface, so she could have been like slipped and cut.
Okay,
some
I
of her
didn't pay
finger.
that much attention to her cutting like you did.
And then when they were in Inferno that night, Seul sought out Sejun to talk to him about why she didn't choose him for Paradise the night before.
It was
so cute because Sejun gave her his jacket because it was cold, it was dark.
Yeah. And
he told her that he was rather happy that she chose someone else and didn't want her to feel pressure to choose him again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I know.
So sweet.
I know. He literally said he was happy that she went with her heart. And I was like, wow. That's like true love.
I know. They're so sweet.
That's like better than Jong Woo. Because he keeps saying no pressure, but then being like, I'm gonna cry if you don't choose me. And I'm like, okay.
There's inherently some pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with Sejun, he's really a great guy.
He is.
And he said that he could tell that she was having a hard time.
Yeah.
And he really came at the right moment for Seul.
And Seul had like tears in her eyes. Did you see that?
She did.
Oh my god. And then Sejun also says he feels so relaxed around Seul and he just wants to be around her all the time because he feels so relaxed.
Yeah. And that he's also worried about her. That's something a boyfriend would say to their girlfriend,
so cute.
You know?
They're the cutest. They're the most like I feel like he's very touchy-feely more than the other people.
Yeah.
And that's what makes them really cute.
I love it.
I
watched an unreleased scene on YouTube from their date in Paradise. It's on YouTube.
Oh my god.
But they were in the pool together.
Wait, I didn't realize there were unreleased scenes.
Yeah, they're on the YouTube channel called Swoon. There's a couple of unreleased scenes.
Oh my god, Swoon.
One of them is Sejun and Seul. And basically they're in the pool together. They were being really cute. And Soi's like, "You want to race me?" And they're like, "Okay, ready, set, go." And they start like racing and like swimming.
They're so cute. And you know what I love about them? Is Sejun looks so uptight because his hair is always perfect and he's like in a suit. And Zoe doesn't. It's just like casual and relaxed.
Well, that's why I say that Sejun would look really good with his long hair, because that fits his personality, because he's really relaxed and funny.
Yeah.
So his short hair makes him look really serious, but the long hair
looks less serious.
And is more true to his personality.
Yeah, but I do still love like the dichotomy of like him being looking so serious and her being so casual.
Yeah.
Like even the way he dresses and how she dresses. And I love them. And I really like Sejun so much. And I was like, wow. Like my opinions changed so fast. Remember when he first came on? I was like, loser, no personality, bye. And now he's like one of the best guys here.
I know, he's so funny.
He's so funny and sweet and just like amazing. So, some final thoughts that I had were that, for Jin Young, it's going to be so hard because Seul Ki and Nadine are so different in so many different aspects. Like, Seul Ki is a lot more, like, has her walls up, doesn't express herself as much, especially around him.
I think the reason that she doesn't express herself around him is that she's so smitten by him that she doesn't know what to say.
Yeah, but she also doesn't express herself around other people.
Except for Jong Woo.
Yeah, good point. But even then, she's very elusive about like how she feel. I feel like
exactly. She doesn't give direct answers.
Yeah, and Nadine is so direct, and so is Jin Young actually. They're both
they
just
have
like
that
I like
in
you.
common. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. So yeah, who do you think? Oh wait, at the end. Wait, we have to talk about the ending.
Okay, at the end, all the couples come back. Yeah. They're so cute.
Oh my god, yeah. But then at the very end.
So, I remember Minsu was saying how she doesn't like alone time because it just like kind of makes her sad, and she really wanted to go talk to Jin Young. And I was like, girl, what are you doing?
He already said no. He's had 2 dates with you in Paradise.
Exactly.
He's not into you.
He already rejected you. And he was pretty clear about it, if I remember, in Paradise.
Very clear.
And she still wants to talk to him. I don't understand.
And she's going to. Like, at the very end, you can see she's going to go over.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. At the very end, the narrator goes, this is your last chance to go on dates before the final decision. Mm-hmm. And then guess who jumps out?
Jin Young.
And of course he's going to go talk to Seul Ki.
It reminded me of what Yoon did earlier in the series.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they needed to do daytime dates. Yeah. And he jumped up to go see So-eun.
Yes.
So when Jin Young jumped up, it really reminded me of Yoon.
Oh my god.
And it's all of these guys who know exactly who they want to talk to and need to talk to them immediately.
Aww. So, I mean, final couples wise, I think we have the same guesses as from before.
Yeah. What do you think? So I'm going to make a retraction on one of my guesses. Because last time I really wanted Hanbin and Zoe to be a friendship couple.
No, that's...
And now that I've seen some more footage of Sejun and Zoe and some of the unreleased scenes, I actually really like them together.
I really like them.
And I know I thought that Zoe was initially just like grateful for him, but now I think it could develop into something more.
I thought they had so much chemistry on the first date, and I was shocked she didn't pick him, remember?
I remember. So I think they're going to pick each other.
Definitely. I hope so anyways. I really hope so, because...
And then the other obvious one is Yoon and So.
Duh.
I mean, they've talked to each other for hours and hours and hours.
Yes. I also think Jin Young and Seul Ki are very obvious, too.
I think so, too.
Yeah. That's it. No one else.
Everyone else will leave single and sad.
Oh, also, I saw, like, a direct translation. I guess Singles Inferno is directly translated as also Solo Hell, which I love. I don't know why I thought it was so much funnier than Singles Inferno. It's like Solo Hell.
I like that translation.
God. I know, me too. So we also wanted to shout out some of our emails. We've gotten 3 emails, which we're so excited. Every time we get an email, we get so excited.
I'm so excited. I promise that we read all of them, even though we don't respond.
All 4 of them? Sorry.
We can count it on one hand, but every single time it's so exciting.
So we wanted to shout out some people. So Andrew sent us an amazing email, and also Jonathan sent out an awesome email too. Thank you so much. Jonathan mentioned the show Pink Lie, which is on Hulu, and I actually started watching it. I got like 10 minutes in. I was like, whoa, this is really good. So we may watch that as our next show thingy. We're still deciding, so we need emails, we need feedback. Because we were thinking about doing Bling Empire New York as the next show. But, I mean, what do you think?
We'll see. We'll decide at some point. And then Dylan sent us an email. And wow, Dylan is from Germany.
We love our international fans.
I think this is our first international email
that they've mentioned. Yeah, we just assume everyone's from America unless they mention otherwise.
And they mentioned Love is Blind Japan, which I love the first season. And I think they mentioned that the second season is going to come out this year.
Okay, so when the second season comes out, we have to do that.
We have to do the second season.
Okay, definitely.
I really like Love is Blind Japan, the first season.
Ooh, okay.
It was so different from all the other seasons of Love is Blind, not Japan, but, Brazil, the one in the US. It's just completely different.
Okay.
And I love it because of that.
Yeah, we were thinking of doing Bling Empire just because timeline-wise, it kind of lines up with when this singles Inferno ends. But maybe we'll do Pink Lie. Who knows? Send us your suggestions.
Yeah, we are open for anything.
Okay, thank you guys so much for listening to episode 9 recap. We will be doing episode 10 very, very shortly, either tomorrow or the day after.